What are we doing tonight?
Jan Pete says, so are we here celebrating and laughing at her misery? In a way, yes, Jan Pete, because I have watched Chantal neglect and abuse animals for years now. Years. I have seen her be absolutely neglectful to any animal that has the misfortune of being around her. People I don't really have any sympathy for because they can choose to be around her or not. I don't know if you know this, Jan Pete, she went to a tiger petting zoo with Sala in Thailand, and all of the tigers were sedated. They were given drugs as if they were going to, like general anesthesia to go under surgery so that they could all lay on tables and have pieces of shit like your friend here and her piece of shit husband go around and pet them and hold their tail. And when she was told this, that the tigers are awfully abused and drugged for their entire lives while captive there, she denied it. She said she did not witness any abuse. And when she had proof put in front of her, she just kind of shrugged it off like, oh, well. And if you wanted to watch my live stream about that, I read about this particular place where she went, that in order to keep the tigers awake and alert looking, even though they were heavily sedated, so pieces of shit like your friend here could go over and pet them for a photo opportunity, they would light lighters, like for to light a cigarette, a lighter with a flame, and put it under their chins to make them raise their heads. So Jan Pete, I don't give a fuck about your friend, her suffering, her illnesses, her whatever bullshit she says she's going through right now. I don't give a fuck. Because anyone who has no empathy whatsoever and goes out of her way to find people that she thinks are more vulnerable than her, whether they are or not, that she can control, or to get animals and hold them captive so she can deflect from when people call her out on her bullshit. Jan Pete, I've given her grace. I gave her grace for probably the first 6 months of my channel, and people hated me for it. I gave her grace, but Jan Pete, literally everyone at some point gets to a point with Chantal when they've seen enough. When they have seen enough. There's only so much you can say, give her the benefit of the doubt. She doesn't deserve it. I'm sorry you're still in that haze where you don't see it. There will be something that she will trigger in you eventually. There will be. That you won't be coming into people's chats saying this. And you can let us know when that day comes. B. Bree says she's had plenty of resources, more than most, and she hasn't done anything to get help with her mental illnesses. That's right. That's right. Thank you, B. Breeze. Jan Pete says, thank you for being respectful, but I just don't revel in others' misery. She is clearly in distress. I would caution you to just think about your parasocial relationship that you have with any creator, and to realize that we only see very, very small portions of Chantal's everyday life. This live stream was, let's see, how long? About an hour and a half, maybe? Yeah, an hour, just over an hour. This live stream was an hour out of her day where she could come on, and she might even be, faking, breathing heavily. Now, okay, let me just tell you, Jan Pete, I myself have been hospitalized twice for breathing issues, okay? So I get the breathing thing, okay? I would have been in the ER days ago if I were her. She exaggerates. She continues to tell her chat, who are overly concerned with her, that she doesn't have the money to seek out health care. She doesn't have the money to go. Where Canada has a whole system of socialized healthcare. And we have received confirmation from many people that if she just calls whatever the place is in Canada, and says, look, I'm really sick. My healthcare isn't effective yet. Can I go to the doctor? They're going to tell her to go. But she is sitting here, not showering, not washing her hair, getting high off her ass. And while people are very concerned about her, because she does look miserable, she says, I can't afford it. I can't go. You guys, I can't go. Financially, I just can't. She is sitting there waiting for PayPals and Super Chats to come in. This is what she does. She received, and I hope you haven't given her anything, Jan Pete, but she has received nearly $10,000 in the last 2 months. And what has she done with that? Jan Pete, I don't know how big of a family you have or how many people you have to feed at your home. She spent $456 on a Walmart food delivery. Like what, last week? That's all gone now? She's ordering out. I mean, could you have used $450 to feed your family? And how long would that last you? All of that is gone. That's all gone now. Jan Pete, I'm sorry that you did that. I hope that Sasa benefited from that. I pray that she did. But I would very seriously caution you to hold on to your money because she has a history of this. She has a documented history of this. No wonder she was living it up in Doha. That's right, Radioactive Gaming. She raised enough money for Sasa and then took a trip to Doha, Qatar, got on a plane, went to a hotel, ordered in food the entire time, never left the hotel room. She had a little vacation for herself right after that Sasa fundraiser. So, there's that. Yeah. And came back to Syria quite sick, quite ill. And she posted a video, I think, of herself laying on a hospital gurney. And Salah bought a car with cash right after the Sasa fundraiser. Yeah. So, I mean, I hope the money did go to Sasa's family and her schooling. I hope it did. But, you know, after that little windfall was received, Chantal takes a vacation and Salah buys a new car. So, I don't know if that's a coincidence. It could be. It could be. How much did she claim she earned in donations for Sasa? That is a good question, Nicole, because she never showed how much she received. She never showed. And she said, when she was collecting money, that she would make a video of them handing the money to Sasa's parents. She said she would show that. She didn't, of course. She never showed how much was received. She said she needed $1,000 for tuition. She kept the fundraiser open far longer than after that was fulfilled. Because, we'll spend the extra on clothing and transportation and this and that and this and that. Yeah. There you go, Darkest Coven. She said she raised $1,000. She said she made a little over $1,000. Yeah. And Jan Pete gave her $2,000. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, that tells you right there. And you were probably not the only donor. I'm sure you weren't the only donor. You have to think of, she has some benefactors in her chat. No name. She's got a couple. She's got a couple that will send, they get, it's for a child with special needs? Wow, okay. In a war-torn country? That's a very personal thing. Like, wow, I can actually make a difference in this little girl's life. Yeah, I'm sure you weren't the only donor. No, she's still making money. People are still sending her money. She just had a big feast from an Indian restaurant yesterday. A huge feast. Yeah. So, in time, you'll see. Take the emotion out of it and you'll start to see it for what it is.